here with Coach Frye getting ready for the Gamecock Invitational this weekend. Coach, what are you looking forward to this weekend when it comes to the meet out here?
How we respond after last week at Florida Relays. Florida Relays was a tough meet. It was a mini conference meet with Southern Cal, making it a taste of an outside national meet. So we did well in some areas, and there's areas we didn't. You know, it's when you throw a baby lion in the cage with a grown lion, you know, you see them fight back. Our kids fought back. Some of them are not as mature, but we got a good run in the intermediate hurdles. 2 freshmen did a good job there, and then Eric did a good job in shot and just opening up. So, you know, where we're good, we're good. But where we got some kids that's got development, I think their nerves got to them. So I think what I'm looking forward for this meet is how we challenge the people we got to have at the conference meet, the people who have our potentials to score in some time, to give them a chance to. This week is not as heavy as the Florida meet or the Weems basket. So we got a lot of teams here, but very few are ranked in the top 30 in the country. And so our kids get a chance to exhibit, and still sometimes under a relaxed atmosphere, you get some great performances. Not saying that the schools that are coming don't have some elite athletes, but they don't have as many as Southern Cal or Florida. So it's a way to shine and grow, and for us to do some experimentation while we're loaded in training to get ready to taper in Jacksonville. We're 3 weeks away. These are 2 more weeks before we start our championship run. But we got to get some signs of, can we get to 10 or 12 people? We're recovering from some injuries, and see, can we get the Bailey back out, or still we can get Stephanie back out, people we didn't have last week at Florida Relays, and see if we can get Rucker, get her back up and going, and get a couple rounds in so that she can get back. We got Phillip last week, a little bruised, but those athletes have run every week all the way back to January. And so last week they were a little bit sore, and hopefully nobody is injured. And those are five of our 10 big hitters. And so this week we're not going to press them through. Just let them run one race and get ready. Go up next week, come back here. Meet gets a little tougher, and then a week up in Charlotte. Diversify, run some schools to our north, and get ready to go down to Jacksonville. So we got a plan, and the kids know who has got to be competing to get themselves in the traveling roster to get back to Jacksonville. So this meet here is kind of developed. KD gets to come back out this week. Our 2 throwers last week got going pretty good. Springs had a personal best. They had a personal best series, and Holland got off to a 48-foot throw, which is, not where she was at one point, a 52-footer, but coming off all the injuries and the COVID, hey, there's signs there. So we want to get our pole vaulter scoring, because we got a couple pretty good pole vaulters, and I think last week was a little bit shocked a little bit there, with some of that event going on. So our girls distance runners are just rolling. I mean, AK is just doing things that hadn't been done here at Carolina. She's leaving her legacy. But the off season where she could get her mileage up, she was gray shirted this fall and did run cross country. Lots of time when you give kids off, they take advantage of the off by just not doing anything. And she had her mind set on leaving a legacy here, and in turn she is heading out. She's very determined, and then she's elevating. I mean, she's the other 2 girls and hope that kind of bleeds itself over. That hard work, if you have talent, works. Hard work works if you don't have talent. You just have the hard work is the component that exists. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. What happens when talent works hard? You find greatness. And so it's a slogan of ours, always has been. I'd rather have work ethic than to have talent. Give me a talented person, work ethic, and it's special. Give me a person with no work ethic, and it's wasted talent.
And when it comes to this weekend, obviously you said, you're looking to obviously have kids kind of focus in on those one events. And how big do you think the confidence is for some of these kids to go out and focus on maybe their specialty or one event, and they can go out and see what they can do and put up a time that helps them kind of move forward confidence-wise as we get kind of closer to that championship type of time of year?
The part of the process is them understanding is this the time for us to do that, or do we sacrifice something? And sometimes we let people have dessert because the mental side can't buy into the process. And but that's really when you give dessert early, then the coach has got to be it's letting the athlete have their way, and sometimes you have to. Then it sets you back. And then too often we got situations where people want to get on the porter because you're difficult on them. If you don't let them do what they want to race, they get injured, and you find yourself into where kids are coaching themselves. And I see that too often in almost any areas. And we encourage kids that we're gonna coach you here. And if we decided we planned 4 weeks ago on what we were going to do this week, and if injury came about, we'll adjust it to our training cycle. So now some people want to change that. Occasionally we'll allow it to happen, and most of the time it sets us back. And so just to being around a long time gives you a chance to kind of know what the outcome is. But if you don't get, I'd say, I believe in philosophy of first you dictate, then you share, and then when you see them regurgitate the dictation and the sharing, then you collaborate. They have to earn collaboration. Lots of times people want to collaborate on what's in their best interest. 18 to 22 years. And the advice they get from others is don't have enough. It's what they want. It is not what they need. And I think right now we're in an area where you got to be careful and give people the one. They say it's a new day. It's new. Well, it's new dangers because to let someone when you know likely the outcome. You got to have a relationship such that you can convince them. What we do, we convince our kids. I'll give you a bit of it, and we're gonna lighten up and let you have one race, but we're gonna do this next weekend training, so that we can offset. And lots of times they say, "Well, Coach, what do you think is best?" And then that's where we're trying to go.
Do you have any last notes? Kind of get ready for this weekend. Anything else?
No, just hoping we have sunny days and light and not a delay, not a lot of delays. It's been a good week of training, and we're excited about that. And so we're into track season. We've had now three meets, and there's some more competitions I want to see happen. Malik has progressed quite well. Looking forward to seeing Eric. Favors start putting a number out there. We dropped out of the top 25 on the women off of some of our mile relay and our 400s. But I think there's a way that we get back in the intermediates, and that both of them go good. We may jump back up in the 400, which those are where our points are. And we're not going to high jump Rachel this week, and then next week we go put a number up for Rachel, and then there's a way to manipulate your ranking. So we decided that's important to us, is having high rankings. Philip was off in the hurdles, and then this week we probably had Evans off in the 200. Next week we may light it up and see can he go and get in the top 5 and top 4 or 5 in the 200. So, but the pole vault and Haley is a big one for us. If Haley gets going and gets up to 14.3, then that gives us gives our ranking a boost and those kind of things. And so there's always something in track that manipulates how your rankings go. It's like having a couple sweeps in baseball and jump you into the top 10 if you can beat a top 5 team. And everybody can manipulate, or you can boost it by having it easy and getting a lot of RBIs and a lot of scores against easy competitions. You can run a little light this week, or you decide to run heavy and run really fast. There's less competition, and then when you go against the big boys, you're not ready. So we got to determine when we're going to try to manipulate the rankings.
Awesome. Well, good luck with this weekend, Coach.
Hey, I'm excited.